Hi everyone, it's Neve here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing with Dina Wakley's new July release, which is some brand new spray colours. So I'm working in my blue journal on my burlap pages, and this is one of the first colours. This is called Rouge, which is a really beautiful pink red colour. I'm just spraying through the Mantras stencil and splashing it off on the other side, getting off all the extra spray. So you can see it's a beautiful reddish colour. This one is called Tango, and which again, it's a deeper red than the Tangerine. And then this one is a beautiful green colour called Fur. So I'm just going in and spraying. I'm spraying quite lightly, which I've found works pretty well on the burlap. I forgot to mask the first little bit, so you can see I've got a little bit of overspray, but to be honest, I'm not really concerned about that all that much. And, you know, really quickly and easily, I've got the main part of my image done, and I think in real time this took me like 4 minutes to do. So it's a really, really quick and easy way to get images onto your page. You notice I also had some paper towel behind, just so it didn't go through my page, but in actual fact, because you're spraying instead of stenciling, it really doesn't go through the burlap, which again makes it a great medium to do on your pages. So now I knew I wanted a sort of figure, a focal figure on my page, and I've been very inspired by Megan Wisner Quinlan, who's doing all these beautiful art dolls, and I decided to be a great focal point for my page. So I'm just stamped out one of the new Ledger Girls onto a piece of white card, and then I'm just putting some collage pieces down. So these are old pieces of vintage text. They're actually old wills and old documents I bought in Ireland a long time ago. It was an estate sale, so I've got those torn up. This is some stamping done onto some pattern paper. The stamps are from Darkroom Door. This is one of the masks from Dina Wakley and done onto vintage text, and then I've got some wrapping paper here with the dots on it. So it's very neutral colours that I'm choosing in this palette. They, you know, has no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing in the background. They're just little bits of text and ephemera that I found in my collage stash that I thought, oh, okay, I can put those together. So sometimes when you don't overthink things, that's when you come up with some things that you really like. So it's a really, really quick and simple way to create a funky little doll to put on your page. Now you can add as much as little as you want to this. You can add extra colour to it. You can obviously use coloured sheets to make the collage. Pretty simple. So because I really love these colours and they're not available as yet, hopefully they will be in paint form, I'm actually painting with them. So the gloss sprays, quite often I actually use them more as a paint than a spray, and I just dip the paintbrush in the top and paint them on, so you get this sort of really fluid acrylic ink look. It's not as opaque as the paint, which is great, so you can sort of see the stuff underneath, which works really well with that Ledger Girl because it's got that stamping underneath. So now I'm just adding a little bit more stamping onto my dolls, just to add a little bit of interest. Again, no rhyme or reason to why I've got a fish on here, you know, with leaves and with circles and with the doll shape. It's just how I roll. I haven't used this stamp set much. It was sitting there looking at me, so I thought, why not give this a crack? So the next thing I'm doing is just splattering over the top, and again, I love a good splatter. Splatter is a really great way to unify your page. So I'm using the same colours I've used in the background and I've used on the doll. Because it is, you know, organic, you have no real way of sort of showing where it's going to go on the page. You can sort of have everything tied together, but it kind of still looks organic, if that makes sense. So one of the final things I'm doing on the page, just to give a little more detail to the bushes, is I'm just using a white gel pen and going around the edges really scribbly on my stenciled leaves. So I like to do this, it just adds a little bit of extra detail to it, and obviously I'm drawing on burlap, so it is rough and ragged, and if I'd use my Posca pen on it, it'd probably catch and splatter. That doesn't bother me, but I know it might for some people, so it may be a step you choose to skip. Just making sure my gloss sprays are actually dry before I glue it all down. And I decided I just wanted to put a little bit more depth onto the page, or onto the doll, sorry, just to stand it out from the background. So I'm using my Inktense pencil, which is a water-soluble pencil. Unlike the Stabilo oil pencil though, it actually, when it dries, it is permanent, which really in this case isn't an issue. If I'd use my Stabilo, I'm not going to be doing anything over the top of it anyway. It was just my Inktense pencil was easier to find, and I think it was sharp at the time, so this is something I would usually use the Stabilo oil pencil for. So once I've sort of shaded in my doll, just drying it off again and just using regular glue to glue it down onto my page. When you're gluing onto the burlap, if you've got a good adhesive, that's great. So this glue works really well on this page, or that really sticky double-sided sticky tape's good. I know Dina likes to use her little staples onto it as well. I didn't really want to staple into it though. So the final thing I decided to do is just to pop on this Breathe In, because it's a very calm page, hopefully. It was calm when I was doing it, so I wanted to do it. But the one thing I did want to do was put a bit of colour behind it so it stood out from the background, because the words got a little bit lost with everything that's going in the background. So I used the piece of cardboard I had with the overspray, so I had some of that green coming through as well. So when you see the Breathe In, it's got that green texture underneath too. So this is a close-up of the final piece. I love these new colours. They're so rich, and particularly the rouge is just a beautiful in between the fuchsia and the ruby. So definitely check it out, and check out the description box below, and that will take you to the links for the Ranger site. Until next time, bye for now.